The rigged board. How power profits at the top while silencing the rest. We are living inside a rigged game, and most people were never given the rulebook. It looks familiar, almost harmless, like a competition where effort should matter and fairness should exist. But this game was never designed for everyone to win. It was designed to protect the top, reward loyalty, and punish awareness. This system does not reward truth. It rewards obedience. From the beginning, the structure has been clear. Wealth flows upward. Power stays concentrated. The same players circle the board, collecting benefits, while everyone else is told to keep rolling the dice and stay hopeful. People are trained to believe that if they work harder, stay quiet, and follow the rules, their turn will come. But when people finally start to see the pattern, the response is never reform. It is removal. A system built to serve the few. This is not accidental. The economy, the messaging, and the power structure are designed to protect those at the top. Policies are written in complicated language so the public tunes out. Decisions are made behind closed doors while people are distracted by culture wars and manufactured outrage. The result is predictable. Profits rise at the top. Stability disappears below. The public is told this is normal, necessary, or temporary. It is none of those things. It is intentional. What happens when people wake up? The most dangerous moment for any unjust system is when ordinary people begin to understand it. When people start asking real questions, the tone changes. Voices are no longer welcomed. They are labeled problems. Algorithms bury them. Platforms restrict them. Careers suddenly collapse. Reputations are attacked. Access disappears. This is how silencing works in modern times. No announcements, no explanations, just removal. Division is the shield. People often ask why society feels so divided. The answer is simple. Division protects power. When people are fighting each other, they are not looking up. When neighbors are arguing over labels, they are not questioning systems. Supporters are encouraged to defend the very structures that harm them because loyalty is framed as identity. The tragedy is this: those who defend the system do not escape it. They are not exempt. They are simply last in line. Silence as a warning. History shows this clearly. Systems that silence critics never stop there. The same tools used against one group are eventually used against all. Today it is framed as order. Tomorrow it is framed as punishment. Eventually, awareness itself is treated as a crime. Language shifts. Words like woke are no longer descriptions. They become accusations. Thinking becomes dangerous. Questioning becomes disloyal. Truth becomes something you whisper instead of share. The lie of safety through control. People are often told that silence is necessary for safety. That control is protection. That giving up rights is the price of stability. This is one of the oldest lies in history. Real safety does not require fear. Real order does not require silencing. When a system demands obedience instead of accountability, it is not protecting people. It is protecting itself. The end game no one wants to talk about. Every system built on control eventually turns inward. Those who supported it are shocked when they are no longer useful. Promises fade. Protection vanishes. Loyalty is no longer enough. By then, the voices that warned everyone are gone. Silenced, removed. Ignored until it was too late. That is why speaking now matters. That is why unity matters. That is why truth matters, even when it makes people uncomfortable. Jesus saw this coming. When truth wakes you up. Sermon, Jesus, truth, and a world that profits from silence. Today's message is about Jesus and truth in a world built on imbalance. It is about what happens when people finally see clearly, and why Scripture tells us that awakening often comes with resistance. This is not a message meant to scare you. It is meant to strengthen you, steady you, and remind you that you are not alone and you are not imagining what you see. Jesus never promised comfort before truth. He promised truth before freedom. Seeing the system clearly, Jesus said in Matthew 6:24, "No one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money." This verse is not just about personal greed. It is about systems that elevate profit over people. Jesus is explaining that when wealth becomes the ultimate goal, humanity becomes expendable. When we look at the world and notice that the top always benefits while the many struggle, Scripture tells us this is not new. Jesus already named it. He warned that systems driven by money will never love people fully, why truth makes people uncomfortable in John 7:7. Jesus says, "The world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify that its works are evil." This verse explains why truth-tellers face backlash. Jesus is not hated for existing. He is hated for exposing what is wrong. When people finally see truth, systems that depend on ignorance feel threatened. That discomfort often turns into silencing, dismissal, or division. Division is a strategy, not an accident, Jesus says in Mark 3:25. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. This verse shows us why division is constantly encouraged. A divided people cannot stand together. They cannot challenge injustice. They cannot protect one another. Jesus teaches that division weakens everyone, including those who think they are safe within it. When truth is labeled dangerous, Jesus warned in Luke 11:52 that knowledge itself would be attacked. He said leaders would take away the key to knowledge and prevent others from entering understanding. This verse explains why awareness is often mocked, criminalized, or dismissed.